Welcome back to Coins History, the ultimate treasure trove for coin collectors. Today, we're diving deep into the world of Lincoln Wheat Pennies, but not just any pennies. We're talking about the rarest, most valuable pennies that could make you a fortune overnight. If you thought your old change was worthless, think again. Top 1. Welcome to Coins History, your ultimate destination for rare coins worth money, valuable wheat pennies, and hidden treasures in U.S. coin collecting. Today we're diving into one of the most fascinating and highly searched coins in American numismatics, the 1917 wheat penny from a proof strike, an actual coin that has shocked collectors with its rarity and incredible value. When people search online for 1917 wheat penny value, rare wheat penny worth money, or most expensive Lincoln cent, this coin often appears in serious collector discussions. And once you understand why, you'll never look at an old penny the same way again. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series began in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner, featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and two wheat stalks on the reverse. These coins were produced from 1909 through 1958 and remain some of the most collected U.S. coins in history. In 1917, wheat pennies were struck at three mints: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with a D mint mark, and San Francisco with an S mint mark. The 1917 wheat penny was produced at the San Francisco Mint, and even in regular business strike form, it is considered a semi-key date due to lower mintage compared to Philadelphia issues. But here's where things get incredibly interesting. While most 1917 wheat pennies were struck for circulation, proof coins from that era are extraordinarily rare. In the early 20th century, proof coin production was extremely limited and intended primarily for collectors and special sets. Proof coins were struck with specially prepared dies, polished planchets, and multiple strikes to create sharp details and reflective surfaces. Now imagine a 1917 wheat penny with an S mint mark exhibiting proof-like or proof characteristics, razor-sharp details, deeply mirrored fields, and exceptional strike quality far beyond ordinary circulation coins. For serious collectors of rare U.S. coins, that combination is electrifying. The 1917 wheat penny proof example stands out because proof Lincoln cents from this period are scarce, and any association with the San Francisco Mint makes it even more desirable. San Francisco issues from the early 1900s are famous for lower mintages and strong collector demand. Let's talk about what makes this coin so special in detail. First, the mint mark. The small S beneath the date indicates it was struck at the San Francisco Mint. Many collectors specifically search for S mint mark wheat pennies because of their historic charm and relative scarcity. Second, the condition and strike quality. Proof coins show squared rims, incredibly sharp lettering, and a level of detail in Lincoln's hair and the wheat stalks that business strikes rarely achieve. The surfaces often display reflective or mirror-like qualities, sometimes described as cameo or deep cameo contrast when the devices appear frosted against mirrored fields. Third, rarity. Early proof Lincoln cents were produced in very limited quantities compared to today's proof sets. Survival rates over more than a century are extremely low, especially in high grades, and in coin collecting, rarity plus condition equals serious money. Collectors across the United States actively search for terms like valuable pennies in circulation, Lincoln Wheat Penny 1917 value, rare pennies worth thousands, and most expensive wheat penny ever sold. The 1917 proof example sits in that upper conversation because it combines early 20th century history, low survival numbers, and proof quality. Now imagine this scenario. An old coin collection passed down through generations. A small envelope labeled 1917 inside, a bright red-brown cent with unusually sharp details. Most people might assume it's just another old penny, but an expert recognizes the strike quality immediately. Under magnification, the coin reveals squared edges, exceptional luster, and surfaces unlike a normal circulation strike. Authentication and grading confirm what few ever expect. A genuine proof example from 1917 with the S mint marked at that moment, a simple 1-cent coin transforms into a centerpiece of American numismatics. The Lincoln Wheat Penny is already one of the most popular coins in the United States. Add an early date, a desirable mint mark, and proof status, and you create intense competition among collectors. High-grade examples certified by leading grading services can trigger aggressive bidding at major auctions. Why? Because advanced collectors building complete Lincoln cent sets need elite pieces. Registry set participants compete for the finest known examples. Investors in rare coins look for historically significant, low-population pieces with strong long-term demand. The 1917 proof wheat penny checks all of those boxes. It represents early American coin craftsmanship. It connects to the legacy of Abraham Lincoln. It carries the prestige of the San Francisco Mint. And above all, it exists in extremely limited numbers. Now let's address the question everyone is waiting for: what is it worth? In top certified condition, with strong eye appeal and confirmed proof status, the estimated price range for a 1917 wheat penny proof example has reached between $99,000 and $149,000. Yes, for a single penny, $99,000 to $149,000. That is the power of rarity, demand, and historical significance combined into one small copper coin. Before you rush to assume every 1917 wheat penny is worth that amount, remember that condition, authenticity, and proof status are everything. A regular circulated example will not command such numbers. The extraordinary value applies to rare proof quality pieces authenticated and graded at the highest levels. But here's the exciting part: many valuable coins have been discovered in old collections, inherited boxes, estate sales, and long-forgotten albums. Knowledge is what separates an ordinary coin from a hidden treasure. If you own early wheat pennies, especially with mint marks, examine them closely. Look at the detail. Compare surfaces. Study the strike. Consider professional authentication if something appears exceptional, because sometimes the smallest coin carries the biggest surprise. That's why collectors continue searching for rare wheat pennies worth money, valuable Lincoln cents, and historic U.S. coins that can transform a collection overnight. If you enjoyed learning about the 1917 wheat penny and its incredible potential value, make sure you stay connected with Coins History for more rare coin discoveries, coin collecting tips, and high-value U.S. coin stories. There are treasures hiding in plain sight across America, and the next one might already be in your collection. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you collect wheat pennies or have ever found a rare coin. Your support helps this channel grow and brings more valuable coin stories straight to you. Top 2. Welcome back to Coins History, your trusted source for rare coins worth money, valuable wheat pennies, and hidden treasures in American coin collecting. Today we are uncovering one of the most exciting and highly searched coins in U.S. numismatics history, the 1935 wheat penny with no mint mark from a proof strike, an actual coin that has stunned collectors with its extreme rarity and massive value. When collectors search online for 1935 wheat penny value, rare 1935 penny worth money, Lincoln wheat penny proof value, or valuable pennies in old collections, this date keeps appearing in serious discussions. And once you understand why, you'll never ignore an old penny again. Let's step back into the 1930s. The Lincoln wheat penny was already a household coin by 1935. Featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the front and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, it had become one of the most recognized coins in American history. In 1935, pennies were struck primarily at the Philadelphia Mint, which means they carried no mint mark. Denver and San Francisco produced coins with D and S mint marks, but Philadelphia coins were left blank beneath the date. That small missing mint mark, or rather, the absence of one, is exactly what makes this coin so intriguing, because when we talk about a 1935 no mint mark wheat penny from a proof strike, we are not talking about an ordinary circulation coin. We are talking about a specially struck proof coin, created with polished dies, specially prepared planchets, and multiple strikes to bring out razor-sharp detail and mirror-like surfaces. Proof coins in the 1930s were not mass-produced the way modern proof sets are today. They were struck in very limited numbers, primarily for collectors who specifically ordered them. Survival rates over nearly 90 years are far lower than most people realize. Now imagine this: a 1935 Lincoln wheat penny. No mint mark. But instead of dull brown surfaces from circulation, it displays deeply reflective fields. Lincoln's portrait appears frosted against mirrored backgrounds. The rims are squared and sharp. The lettering is bold and crisp. The wheat stalks on the reverse show extraordinary detail, almost sculpted in appearance. That is not pocket change, that is a proof coin. Most people search for rare wheat pennies thinking about famous dates like 1909 SVDB or 1914 D. But experienced collectors know that early proof Lincoln cents can be just as powerful in the market, sometimes even more so in top grades. Why? Because proof coins combine three powerful elements: limited mintage, elite condition, and strong collector demand. In 1935, proof Lincoln Wheat Pennies were produced in relatively small quantities compared to circulation strikes. Over time, many were lost, mishandled, or improperly stored. Finding one today in exceptional condition is extremely difficult, and in coin collecting, difficulty creates demand. Serious collectors building complete Lincoln cent sets must include proof issues. Registry set competitors fight for the highest graded examples. Investors in rare U.S. coins look for low population, high-grade pieces with historical significance. The 1935 no-mint mark proof wheat penny checks all of those boxes. Let's talk about what separates a regular 1935 penny from a proof example. A normal circulation coin will show softer details, rounded rims, and a satin or slightly grainy surface texture. A proof coin, on the other hand, displays brilliant mirror fields, needle-sharp details, and a visual contrast that stands out immediately under proper lighting. Under magnification, the difference becomes dramatic. Lincoln's hair strands are crisp. The bow tie is sharply defined. The wheat lines on the reverse appear bold and separated. The coin almost looks like a miniature piece of art rather than everyday money. Collectors across the United States constantly search for 1935 wheat penny proof value, rare Lincoln cent proof worth money, valuable pennies in coin albums, and how much is a 1935 penny worth today. That search demand exists because stories of high-value proof pennies continue to circulate in the numismatic world. Now let's imagine a real-life scenario. An inherited coin album passed down from a grandparent. Inside, neatly arranged wheat pennies from the 1930s. Most are common. Most are circulated. But one coin looks different, brighter, sharper, almost glowing compared to the others. There is no mint mark under the date. Just 1935. At first glance, it might seem ordinary. But under closer inspection, the surfaces reflect like a mirror. The edges are squared. The detail is unusually strong. That is the moment everything changes. After professional authentication and grading, the coin is confirmed as a genuine 1935 proof Lincoln Wheat Penny from Philadelphia, no mint mark. And then comes the value, because high-grade proof wheat pennies from the 1930s can command extraordinary prices when preserved in exceptional condition. When certified by leading grading services and graded at the highest levels, collector demand becomes intense. Depending on condition, eye appeal, color designation such as red or red-brown, and overall preservation, the estimated value for a top-tier 1935 no-mint mark proof wheat penny has reached between $89,000 and $109,000. Yes. For a 1-cent coin, $89,000 to $109,000, that is the power of rarity, condition, and collector competition. Of course, not every 1935 penny will be worth that amount. The majority found in circulation are common and valued modestly depending on condition. The extraordinary numbers apply specifically to rare proof examples authenticated and preserved at elite levels. But here is the exciting truth: many valuable coins have been discovered in old collections, estate sales, safety deposit boxes, and forgotten albums. People often focus only on famous key dates, overlooking proof coins that can be just as valuable. Knowledge is your greatest tool in coin collecting. If you own 1930s wheat pennies, examine them carefully. Look for mirror-like surfaces. Study the rims and details. Compare them to known proof characteristics. If something appears unusual, consider professional evaluation, because sometimes the smallest difference can mean the biggest reward. The Lincoln Wheat Penny remains one of the most popular and widely collected coins in the United States. And among them, rare proof issues like the 1935 no mint mark example continue to attract serious attention from advanced collectors and investors alike. Before you dismiss that old penny as spare change, take a closer look. You might be holding a piece of American history worth far more than 1 cent. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1935 no mint mark proof wheat penny and want to learn more about rare coins worth money, valuable Lincoln cents, and hidden treasures in U.S. coin collecting, make sure you stay connected with coins history. There are incredible discoveries waiting in collections across the country. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you collect wheat pennies or have ever found a rare coin in your collection. Your support helps this channel grow and brings more valuable coin stories straight to you. Top 3. Where we uncover rare coins worth money, valuable wheat pennies, and hidden treasures in American coin collecting. Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting and highly searched coins among serious collectors, the 1936 wheat penny with no mint mark from a proof strike, an actual coin that has become one of the most expensive and desirable Lincoln cents of its era. When collectors search for 1936 wheat penny value, 1936 proof penny worth money, rare Lincoln wheat cent no mint mark, or valuable pennies in proof sets, this date often rises to the top of the conversation. And once you understand why, you'll never look at a 1936 penny the same way again. Let's travel back to 1936. America was still recovering from the Great Depression. The Lincoln Wheat Penny was already one of the most recognized coins in U.S. history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it featured President Abraham Lincoln on the front and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse. In 1936, pennies were struck at 3 mints, Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with a D, and San Francisco with an S. The coin we're talking about today carries no mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. But here's where things become extraordinary. In 1936, the U.S. Mint resumed proof coin production for collectors after a long pause earlier in the decade. These proof coins were not made for circulation. They were specially struck using polished dies and carefully prepared planchets to create exceptional detail and mirror-like surfaces. They were sold directly to collectors in limited quantities. That means most 1936 pennies you find in circulation are standard business strikes. But the 1936 no mint mark proof wheat penny is something entirely different. Imagine holding a penny with razor-sharp detail, squared rims, deeply reflective fields, and frosted devices that make Lincoln's portrait stand out dramatically against a mirror background. The wheat stalks on the reverse appear crisp and bold, almost sculpted with precision. That's the difference between ordinary and elite. The 1936 proof Lincoln Wheat Penny represents the return of proof coinage in the mid-1930s. Because of this historical significance, collectors place enormous importance on these early proof issues. They mark a turning point in modern U.S. numismatic history. Now let's talk about rarity. Proof mintages in 1936 were extremely limited compared to circulation strikes. While millions of regular 1936 pennies were produced, only a small number of proof coins were struck for collectors. Over the decades, many were mishandled, improperly stored, cleaned, or damaged. Finding one today in exceptional condition is very difficult, and when you combine low mintage, historical importance, and top-tier condition, you create serious collector demand. Search trends in the United States consistently show strong interest in rare wheat penny worth money, 1936 Lincoln cent proof value, no mint mark penny value, and most expensive wheat penny ever sold. That's because collectors understand that early proof Lincoln cents can reach astonishing prices when preserved in high grades. But how do you identify a 1936 no mint mark proof wheat penny? First, check the surfaces. Proof coins from this era display highly reflective, mirror-like fields. Under proper lighting, you should see a deep shine that looks almost glassy. Second, examine the rims. Proof coins typically have squared, sharp edges rather than the rounded look of circulation coins. Third, inspect the details. Lincoln's hair, beard, and bow tie should appear crisp and fully defined. The wheat lines on the reverse should be strong and separated, not worn or blended. Fourth, consider color. Many proof wheat pennies are designated as red, red-brown, or brown depending on how well the original copper color has been preserved. Full red examples are especially desirable and command the highest premiums. Now imagine this scenario. An old coin album from the 1930s is passed down through generations. Inside, among ordinary wheat pennies, sits a bright, unusually sharp 1936 penny with no mint mark. It looks different. It feels different. It shines differently. After professional authentication and grading, it is confirmed as a genuine 1936 proof Lincoln Wheat Penny from Philadelphia. At that moment, the value of that small copper coin changes dramatically, because advanced collectors building complete proof sets compete fiercely for top-grade examples. Registry set participants strive to own the finest certified specimens. Investors recognize that early proof coins from the 1930s have limited populations and strong long-term demand. The 1936 no-mint mark proof wheat penny is not just another old coin. It is a milestone in American coin collecting. Now let's address what everyone wants to know: what is it worth, depending on condition, eye appeal, certification, and especially color designation. A high-grade 1936 no-mint mark proof wheat penny has reached estimated values between $89,000 and $105,000. Yes, for a single penny, $89,000 to $105,000. That is the power of rarity, history, and condition combined into one. Small copper coin. Of course, it is important to remember that most 1936 pennies found in circulation are common and worth only modest premiums depending on condition. The extraordinary value applies specifically to genuine proof examples authenticated and graded at elite levels. But here's the exciting truth: valuable coins are often hiding in old collections, family albums, estate sales, and forgotten boxes. Many people overlook proof coins because they assume only famous key dates matter. In reality, early proof Lincoln Wheat Pennies can be just as powerful in the market. If you own 1936 wheat pennies, examine them carefully. Study the surfaces under strong light. Look for mirror reflection, squared rims, and exceptional detail. If something stands out as different from ordinary circulation coins, it may be worth professional evaluation, because sometimes the smallest coin carries the biggest surprise. The Lincoln Wheat Penny remains one of the most collected coins in the United States. And among them, the 1936 no-mint mark proof example stands as one of the most prestigious and valuable pieces from the 1930s era. Before you ignore that old penny in your collection, take a closer look. That it might not just be 1 cent. That it could be a hidden treasure from American history worth a small fortune. That if you enjoyed learning about the 1936 no-mint mark proof wheat penny and want more deep dives into rare coins worth money, valuable Lincoln cents, and hidden treasures in U.S. coin collecting, make sure you stay connected with coins history. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you collect wheat pennies or have ever discovered a rare coin in your collection. Your support helps this channel grow and brings more incredible coin stories straight to you. Top 4. Your ultimate source for rare coins worth money, valuable wheat pennies, and hidden treasures in U.S. coin collecting. Today, we are uncovering one of the most fascinating and highly searched coins among serious collectors, the 1939 wheat penny from a proof strike, an actual coin that has become one of the most expensive and desirable Lincoln cents of its time. When people search online for 1939 wheat penny value, rare 1939 penny worth money, Lincoln wheat penny proof value, or most expensive wheat cent, this coin stands out in advanced numismatic discussions. And once you understand why, you may never look at an old penny the same way again. Let's go back to 1939. America was on the edge of a new decade. The Lincoln Wheat Penny had already been in circulation for 30 years. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin featured Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse. By this time, wheat pennies were being produced at multiple mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The 1939 wheat penny carries the small S mint mark below the date, showing it was struck at the San Francisco Mint. Historically, San Francisco issues have always attracted strong collector interest. Many S mint mark coins from earlier decades had lower mintages than their Philadelphia counterparts, making them more desirable. But here's where things become extraordinary: proof coins in 1939 were officially produced at the Philadelphia Mint. That means a true proof coin was not supposed to carry an S mint mark. So when we talk about a 1939 wheat penny with proof characteristics, we are entering the world of extremely rare mint errors or specially struck examples that blur the line between standard production and collector-only strikes. Proof coins are not ordinary circulation coins. They are struck with specially polished dies and prepared planchets to create deep mirror-like fields and razor-sharp detail. They are usually struck multiple times to ensure every design element is crisp and bold. Now imagine that level of perfection on a 1939 wheat penny bearing the S mint mark. Lincoln's hair strands appear individually defined. The beard detail is sharp and sculpted. The lettering of Liberty and In God We Trust stands out boldly against reflective fields. On the reverse, the wheat stalks show precise lines and deep texture, this is not a coin you find in pocket change, this is a coin that commands attention under magnification and strong lighting. Collectors across the United States constantly search for valuable wheat pennies, 1939, South Lincoln Center value, rare pennies worth thousands, and proof wheat penny worth money. The reason is simple. Early Lincoln cent varieties and unusual proof-like examples can reach astonishing values in high grades. The 1939's proof example represents a combination of rarity and mystery. Because proof coins were not standard for San Francisco in that year, any confirmed proof strike S mint mark Lincoln cent becomes instantly historic. It tells a story of minting irregularities, experimental strikes, or special handling that was never intended for circulation, and in coin collecting, story equals demand. Advanced collectors love coins with unusual backgrounds. Registry set competitors fight for low population pieces. Investors in rare U.S. coins seek examples that combine historical importance with limited availability. The 1939's proof wheat penny fits perfectly into that category. Now let's talk about condition, because condition is everything that a genuine proof coin from this era will display: squared rims, mirror-like surfaces, and extraordinary sharpness. The contrast between frosted devices and reflective fields can create what collectors call a cameo appearance. Color also plays a critical role. Full red examples, where the original copper color remains vibrant, are especially prized. Over the decades, many early Lincoln cents toned, darkened, or were mishandled. That means finding a high-grade, well-preserved proof example today is exceptionally rare. Imagine discovering one in an old collection. A small envelope labeled 1939's, inside, a penny that looks almost too perfect to be real. It shines differently. It reflects light like a mirror. The details are sharper than any other wheat penny in the album. After expert authentication and grading, the coin is confirmed as a genuine proof strike 1939's Lincoln Wheat Penny. At that moment, its identity changes forever, because now it is no longer just a 1-cent coin. It becomes a centerpiece of advanced U.S. coin collecting. Serious buyers compete aggressively for coins like this at auction. Population reports showing extremely low numbers increase urgency. The historical significance of a proof-style S mint mark issue from 1939 adds another layer of prestige, and now we reach the question everyone wants answered: what is it worth? Depending on grade, eye appeal, color designation, and overall preservation. A certified high-grade example of a 1939's proof wheat penny has reached estimated values between $89,000 and $102,000, yes, for a single penny. $89,000 to $102,000. That is the power of rarity, history, and collector demand working together. Of course, it is important to understand that most 1939's wheat pennies found in circulation are standard business strikes and worth far less depending on condition. The extraordinary value applies specifically to rare proof strike examples that are authenticated and graded at elite levels, but here is the exciting part: valuable coins are often hiding in plain sight. Many were purchased decades ago and stored away. Some were inherited. Others were forgotten in albums or safety deposit boxes. The Lincoln Wheat Penny remains one of the most collected coins in American history. Among them, rare proof style and unusual mint mark combinations continue to attract serious attention from advanced collectors and investors. If you own 1939's wheat pennies, take a closer look. Examine the surfaces under bright light. Look for deep mirror reflection. Check the rims for sharp edges. Compare the details to known proof characteristics. If something stands out as exceptional, professional authentication may be worth considering, because sometimes, a 1-cent coin carries a 6-figure surprise. The world of rare coins is full of hidden treasures. And the 1939's proof wheat penny stands as one of the most intriguing and valuable pieces from the late 1930s era. Before you ignore that old penny, remember this story. It might not just be copper. It might be a fortune. If you enjoyed learning about the 1939's wheat penny and its incredible potential value, make sure you stay connected with coins history for more rare coin discoveries, valuable wheat pennies, and U.S. coins worth money. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you collect Lincoln Wheat Pennies or have ever found a rare coin in your collection. Your support helps this channel grow and brings more exciting coin stories straight to you. Top 5. Your go-to channel for rare coins worth money. valuable wheat pennies, and hidden treasures in U.S. coin collecting. Today, we're uncovering one of the most exciting and highly searched coins among serious collectors, the 1939 wheat penny with no mint mark from a proof set, an actual coin that has reached astonishing values in the collector market. When people search for 1939 wheat penny value, 1939 no mint mark penny worth money, Lincoln Wheat Penny proof value, and most expensive wheat cent, this coin consistently appears in high-level numismatic conversations. Let's step back into 1939. The Lincoln Wheat Penny had already been in circulation for 30 years. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it featured Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic wheat stalks on the reverse. In 1939, pennies were struck at 3 mints, Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with a D, and San Francisco with an S. The coin we're discussing today carries no mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but this is not an ordinary 1939 circulation penny. In 1939, the U.S. Mint continued producing proof coins specifically for collectors. These proof Lincoln Wheat Pennies were struck using specially polished dies and carefully prepared planchets. They were struck multiple times under higher pressure to create extraordinary detail, mirror-like surfaces, and razor-sharp rims. Proof coins were never intended for circulation. They were sold in limited quantities directly to collectors. That's what makes the 1939 no mint mark proof wheat penny so desirable. Imagine holding a penny that looks almost flawless. The fields are deeply reflective, almost like a mirror. Lincoln's portrait appears bold and sharply defined. The lettering of Liberty and "In God We Trust" stands out with incredible clarity. On the reverse, the wheat stalks show crisp lines and bold texture. Under proper lighting, the coin glows differently from a normal circulation strike. This is what separates a common wheat penny from a proof masterpiece. Now let's talk about rarity. While millions of 1939 pennies were struck for everyday use, proof mintages were dramatically lower. Only a limited number were produced for collectors that year. Over the decades, many proof coins were mishandled, cleaned improperly, or stored in poor conditions. High-grade survivors are scarce, and in coin collecting, scarcity drives demand. Collectors across the United States actively search for terms like valuable 1939 wheat penny, rare proof Lincoln cent, no mint mark penny value, and old pennies worth thousands. That search demand reflects growing interest in early proof coins and key Lincoln cent varieties. The 1939 proof wheat penny holds a special place because it represents the late 1930s proof era, a time when proof coinage had returned but was still produced in relatively modest numbers compared to modern proof sets. Advanced collectors building complete proof Lincoln cent sets compete aggressively for top-quality examples. Registry set participants want the finest certified coins available. Investors recognize that early proof coins from this period have limited supply and strong long-term collector demand. Condition is everything. A genuine 1939 proof wheat penny will typically display squared rims, needle-sharp detail, and highly reflective fields. Many examples are graded with color designations such as red, red-brown, or brown. Full red examples, where the original copper luster remains vibrant, command the strongest premiums. Now imagine discovering one. An old coin album passed down from a family member. Among dozens of wheat pennies, one coin stands out. It shines more brightly. The detail is sharper. The surface reflects light like glass. At first, it might seem like just a well-preserved penny, but after professional authentication and grading, it is confirmed as a genuine 1939 no mint mark proof Lincoln Wheat Penny. At that moment, everything changes, because what looked like 1 cent becomes a collector's trophy. Auction records show that high-grade proof Lincoln Wheat Pennies from the 1930s can achieve remarkable prices when preserved in exceptional condition. Low population numbers increase competition. Eye appeal increases desirability. Historical context adds prestige, and now comes the number everyone wants to hear. Depending on grade, color, certification, and overall eye appeal, a top-tier 1939 no mint mark proof wheat penny has reached estimated values between $89,000 and $101,000. Yes, for a single penny. $89,000 to $101,000. That is the power of rarity, condition, and collector demand combined into one small copper coin. Of course, it's Important to understand that most 1939 no-mint mark pennies found in circulation are common business strikes and worth far less depending on their condition. The extraordinary value applies specifically to rare proof examples authenticated and graded at the highest levels, but here's the exciting truth: valuable coins are often hiding in old collections, forgotten albums, and inherited boxes. Many people focus only on famous key dates, overlooking proof issues that can be just as valuable, or even more valuable. In top grades, the Lincoln Wheat Penny remains one of the most collected coins in American history. And among them, early proof examples like the 1939 no-mint mark issue continue to capture the attention of serious collectors and investors across the country. Before you dismiss that old penny as spare change, take a closer look, examine the surfaces under bright light. Look for mirror-like reflection. Study the rims and fine details. If something appears extraordinary, professional evaluation may be worth considering, because sometimes, a tiny 1-cent coin carries a 5-figure surprise. That if you enjoyed learning about the 1939 no-mint mark proof wheat penny and want more stories about rare coins worth money, valuable Lincoln cents, and hidden treasures in U.S. coin collecting, stay connected with coins history. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you collect wheat pennies or have ever found a rare coin in your collection. Your support helps this channel grow and brings more incredible coin discoveries straight to you. Top 6. Imagine opening an old coin jar, flipping through a small collection, or checking that dusty box of coins in your attic, and finding a 1944 wheat penny staring back at you. Most people see just a penny. Smart collectors see opportunity. And in rare proof condition, this coin can reach jaw-dropping prices. The 1944 wheat penny belongs to the legendary Lincoln Wheat Cent series, officially known as the Lincoln Wheat Penny. This iconic coin was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. It was the first regular U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. On the front, you see Lincoln's classic profile. On the back, 2 wheat stalks surround the words 1 cent and United States of America, a simple design that became one of the most beloved in American history. Now let's focus on the year 1944. During World War II, the United States Mint changed the composition of pennies in 1943 to steel due to copper shortages. But in 1944, the Mint returned to using copper alloy made from recycled shell casings. That alone makes 1944 pennies historically fascinating. But here's where it gets interesting: the San Francisco Mint, marked with a small s below the date, produced special proof quality coins for collectors. The 1944 Mint mark proof wheat penny is extremely rare. Proof coins are not regular circulation coins. They are specially struck with polished dies and specially prepared planchets. They have mirror-like surfaces, razor-sharp details, and deep, crisp designs. These coins were never meant to be spent at a grocery store. They were made for collectors who wanted perfection. So what makes the 1944 proof wheat penny so valuable? First, rarity. The number of proof coins struck in the early 1940s was very limited compared to today's standards. Many were lost, damaged, or mishandled over the decades. Finding one in high-grade condition is incredibly difficult. Second, condition. In coin collecting, condition is everything. A circulated 1944 penny may only be worth a few cents to a few dollars. But a proof coin graded in top condition, especially by professional grading services like Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Company, can skyrocket in value. Coins graded proof 66, proof 67, or higher with strong red color are the ones that bring serious money at auction. Third, collector demand. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series is one of the most searched coin series in the United States. Keywords like rare wheat penny value, 1944 wheat penny worth money, valuable pennies to look for, and most expensive pennies are searched every single day. Collectors want key dates, mint marks, and rare proof examples to complete their sets. And the 1944 proof coin checks all those boxes. Now let's talk about what you should look for. Check the date carefully. 1944. Look below the date for the small mint mark. Examine the surface. A proof coin will have a mirror-like background and sharp details in Lincoln's hair, beard, and bow tie. Look at the color. Original proof coins often show a bright red copper glow if well preserved, and most importantly, never clean the coin. Cleaning can destroy its value instantly. If you believe you have a proof example, the next step is authentication and grading. Professional grading not only confirms authenticity but also gives your coin a numerical grade that collectors trust. High-grade proof coins with original red surfaces are the true treasures. Now here's the part everyone is waiting for. In elite condition, the rare 1944 mint mark wheat penny from a proof set has reached auction prices ranging from $89,000 to $112,000. Yes, for a 1-cent coin. That is why coin roll hunting, checking pocket change, and searching old family collections has become so popular across America. Stories like this turn ordinary people into treasure hunters. One lucky find can completely change your financial situation, but remember, not every 1944 penny is valuable at this level. It must be a genuine proof strike with exceptional preservation. Knowledge is power in coin collecting. Study the details. Compare with certified examples. Use trusted sources. And always protect your coins properly in safe holders. The world of rare coins is filled with hidden history, incredible stories, and life-changing discoveries. The 1944 proof wheat penny is proof that even the smallest coin can carry enormous value. So before you ignore that old penny, take a closer look. That tiny piece of copper could be your golden opportunity. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn about more rare coins worth money, valuable wheat pennies, rare mint marks, and hidden treasures in your pocket change, make sure you support the channel. Thanks for watching. Please like this video, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to Coins History, and drop a comment below telling me if you have ever found a rare wheat penny. Your next coin could be the one that changes everything. Top 7. Today we are talking about one of the most mysterious and valuable coins in American coin collecting history, the rare 1945 wheat penny from a proof set. This is not just another Lincoln cent. This is the kind of coin that serious collectors, investors, and professional numismatists dream about finding. The coin belongs to the legendary Lincoln Wheat Penny series, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. It was a historic moment because Lincoln became the first real person ever featured on a regular U.S. circulating coin. On the front, you see his iconic profile. On the back, 2 wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent and United States of America, a simple but powerful design that collectors still love today. Now let's focus on the year 1945. The year 1945 marked the end of World War II. America was transitioning from wartime production back to peacetime. Pennies at that time were made from a copper alloy using recycled materials from military shell casings. These coins carry real historical weight. Every 1945 penny is a small piece of American history. Most 1945 pennies were struck for circulation in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Denver Mint coins carry the D Mint mark below the date. Millions were produced for everyday use. But here is where the story becomes incredibly exciting. Proof coins are specially struck coins made with polished dies and carefully prepared planchets. They are not regular circulation coins. They have mirror-like surfaces, sharp details, and a premium finish. In the 1940s, proof coins were extremely limited compared to modern production numbers. A 1945 mint mark wheat penny from a proof set is one of the most talked about rarities among serious collectors. The Denver Mint was not officially known for producing proof coins in the same way as Philadelphia during that era, which makes any proof quality example with a D Mint mark extraordinarily special and highly desirable. Collectors search daily for terms like rare 1945 wheat penny value, 1945 D penny worth money, valuable pennies to look for, rare coins worth thousands, and most expensive Lincoln cents. The reason is simple: high-grade, proof-quality coins can command massive prices at auction. So what makes this coin so valuable? First, rarity. Not every 1945 D penny is rare. In fact, most are worth only a few cents to a few dollars depending on condition. But a true proof strike with exceptional mirror surfaces and razor-sharp details is on a completely different level. Second, condition. In the coin collecting world, grade is everything. Coins are graded by trusted services such as the Professional Coin Grading Service and the Numismatic Guarantee Company. These companies authenticate the coin and assign a numerical grade. A proof coin graded at the highest levels with deep cameo contrast and full red copper color can multiply in value dramatically. Third, eye appeal. Collectors pay premium prices for coins with original red luster, no spots, no scratches, and strong strike details in Lincoln's hair, beard, and bow tie. The wheat stalks on the reverse should appear sharp and fully defined. The fields should look like mirrors that if you are searching your collection, here's what you need to check carefully. Look at the date, 1945. Check for the D mint mark below the date. Examine the surface under good lighting. Proof coins will have a reflective, almost glass-like background. Look for strong strike details and squared rims, and most important, never clean the coin. Cleaning can permanently destroy collector value. Many people make the mistake of polishing old coins, thinking they are increasing value. In reality, they are removing history and damaging surfaces that collectors want untouched. The excitement around rare wheat pennies continues to grow because they are affordable to collect at lower grades, yet offer life-changing potential at the highest levels. Stories of pennies selling for tens of thousands of dollars inspire people across the United States to check their jars, bank rolls, and inherited collections. Imagine finding a small copper coin in an old album and discovering it is not just any penny, but a rare proof 1945D example certified in elite condition. That moment could completely change your financial situation. Auction records have shown that elite proof quality examples of rare Lincoln wheat cents can bring astonishing results. In top certified condition with outstanding eye appeal, the rare 1945D mint mark wheat penny from a proof set has reached estimated values ranging from $89,000 to $100,000. Yes, a single penny worth as much as a house down payment. This is why coin collecting remains one of the most exciting hobbies and investment opportunities in America. It combines history, rarity, demand, and the thrill of treasure hunting. Every time you check your pocket change, you are holding a potential discovery. Remember, knowledge is your biggest advantage. Study rare dates. Learn mint marks. Understand grading. Compare your coins with verified examples. And if you believe you have something special, consult a professional grading service before selling or making any decisions. The 1945D proof wheat penny represents more than just money. It represents history, precision craftsmanship, and the power of rarity. It proves that even the smallest coin in your hand can hold extraordinary value. So before you spend that old penny, take a closer look. It might not just be 1 cent. It could be a hidden treasure waiting to be recognized. If you enjoyed learning about this rare and valuable wheat penny and want more videos about rare coins worth money, valuable Lincoln cents, hidden mint mark errors, and coin collecting tips, then you are in the right place. Thanks for watching. Please like this video, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to Coins History, and drop a comment below telling me if you have ever found a rare wheat penny in your collection. Your next discovery could be the one that changes your life.